Imagine building like $1 million smart home. You've got voice-activated everything, climate-controlled rooms, robotic chefs, but the front door constantly jams.
Right, so you can't even get inside.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how brilliant the house is because you literally can't get in to use it. And building a sophisticated AI platform with bad file transfer protocols is, well, it's exactly the same problem. You can't use the cutting-edge tech if the data can't actually get through the door. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and yet moving that data is almost always treated as an afterthought. So for today's deep dive, we are pulling insights from a 2025 Thorn Technologies article by Mike Holden, along with a really fascinating architectural diagram they put together.
And the mission for us today is figuring out why this completely unglamorous world of file transfers is the secret backbone and, honestly, the massive potential weak link of modern AI and cloud analytics.
Because companies are pouring billions into these flashy business intelligence engines, right? But by neglecting the actual data pipeline, they build a massive single point of failure right into their foundation. I mean, if the data feed snaps, the $1 million AI brain just starves.
Well, if getting data in and out is the bottleneck,
Yeah.
how do we fix that front door?
Yeah.
Let's look at the bookend concept from Holden's diagram.
Yeah, that's a great visual. Picture multiple hospitals needing to funnel highly sensitive patient records into a central cloud system.
Which you obviously wouldn't just jam through one generic portal.
Right, no. Instead, they use a first bookend. It's a dedicated input tool called SFTP Gateway.
And SFTP is Secure File Transfer Protocol, right?
Exactly. It mechanically establishes this secure, encrypted tunnel specifically designed to handle massive, heavy data loads, so you aren't dropping packets.
Oh, wow.
And separating that heavy lifting from the output is where the design gets really elegant. That SFTP gateway acts as the reinforced front door. Once the data is securely inside, the cloud's AI brain crunches the numbers.
And then it doesn't just go back out the same way.
Right. It hands the results to a second bookend called StorageLink. That tool packages the output, say, a secure, branded PDF, and delivers it straight to the doctor.
So by separating the input traffic from the output traffic, you stop the AI engine from bottlenecking. Like the system isn't trying to do everything all at once on a single server.
Precisely. What's fascinating here is that it builds in redundancy across multiple regions. If an input server goes down, the pipeline doesn't snap.
Right.
Plus, because these bookends are specialized, they mechanically plug right into modern identity providers. They enforce multi-factor authentication at the point of entry and exit.
Which is completely non-negotiable when you're routing sensitive hospital records.
Exactly.
Okay, I have to push back a bit here, though. I mean, it's 2026. Why are we even talking about batch file transfers? Shouldn't real-time API integrations be replacing this entire old-school process?
Well, you'd think so, right? APIs are everywhere, but they aren't built for heavy freight. Think about an enterprise trying to sync a massive legacy SAP system with Salesforce.
Oh, so you're moving like millions of rows of data at once.
Exactly. If you try forcing that through real-time API calls, the system will just overload. It'll time out before the job even finishes.
Oh, right. An API timeout halfway through a critical database sync would be a total nightmare.
Yeah, you need the industrial heavy lifting capability of a robust batch file transfer to ensure that massive sync actually completes without crashing the system and, impacting revenue.
That makes total sense, which explains why this isn't just a healthcare solution. The sources actually note that data analytics firms like Good Apple and Benchmark Analytics completely rely on these bookends to process their massive data sets.
And it's fundamentally shifting the finance sector, too. Major international banks are finally ripping out incredibly expensive, decades-old legacy systems.
Like the IBM Sterling Gateway, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're swapping them for Thorn's cloud-optimized solutions for a very specific financial reason. See, modern cloud architectures let these banks leverage free data ingress.
But bringing the data in for free doesn't help if sending it back out bankrupts you.
You hit the nail on the head. These bookend tools give them granular control to strictly manage and minimize their egress costs when the data leaves.
So whether you're managing infrastructure in finance or healthcare or enterprise tech, this reliable data plumbing is what actually makes the flashy tech work safely and cost-effectively.
Because the robotic chef is useless if the groceries can't make it through the front door.
Right. And it is deeply ironic that as AI becomes so incredibly complex, The critical battleground is actually one of the oldest foundations of the internet,
Yeah.
moving a file securely from point A to point B.
It really is crazy to think about.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder. Everyone eventually gets access to the same algorithms and processing power, right?
Yeah, the models are becoming virtually identical across different companies.
Yeah. Exactly. So as AI models level out, will this completely unglamorous, behind-the-scenes plumbing of data transfer become the true competitive advantage of the future?